YouTube's a bit weird. I think it knows it's my first time live streaming, so I was like, okay, let's get it all worked out. Point of this basically is, just have it on in the background, just have some stuff cranking. I was working on this character and there was a lot of cool elements in it. I figured, why not live stream it? Some tunes on the background. And get some, get some people in here asking questions if you're around. If not, I'll just cruise. But yeah, this character's pretty cool. One that I'm working on for a course, just more of a thing to try to keep me accountable. I'll show you a bit of the, some pretty cool reference here. What I'm going to go for on the hair and face. So these bits as well. Pretty cool stuff, huh? But yeah, I was thinking either, might wait to see if anyone jumps in. I'm going to either probably tackle the straps on the wrist or this element here. Both of them probably pretty good. We could try this zipper as well, just because. I'll just close a bit of this up. Everything's going to have a bit of Zmodeler in it. But I actually made this jacket in Marvelous, like the start of it in Marvelous. So yeah, Topology is pretty good. I mean, as far as something that's complicated, this is. Yeah, let's go to the straps. Let's go to these. If anyone is in the stream, just shoot anything so I can know that the chat's working and everything's up to date, just because I have no idea what's going on. When you stream through OBS, it's a bit weird. So I think probably the best thing that I wanted to get out was, during this course that I've been in at the moment, is everyone asks a lot of questions, so you kind of see like what a lot of the main things is that people have issues with in sculpting, and what their like biggest apprehensions are and things like that. And I feel like a lot of the things that people ask, it's like, oh man, that could be, we could answer that so quickly. So I figured like while I was working on this, I may as well stream it and put the notes out in the world. So this is my, if you keep seeing me pull this up, this is my toolbar, custom toolbar. You can get it off my ArtStation if you want it. It's just Alt-T. I've just got a whole bunch of different stuff in here. It's basically everything that I need, which is pretty cool. So yeah, let's get started on these straps. top part first. And we'll cut it there. So I'll just kind of narrate it as I go through. If anyone comes through or watches this later, you can just drop me some messages in there and I'll tell you how to do it. But it's Zmodeler, obviously, is the brush, and then spacebar when you've got it selected. When you hit spacebar on any section, so if it's on a face, it'll bring up all the face options. If it's on an edge, it'll bring up all the edge options. If it's on a vert, it'll bring up all the vert options. So the way that I like to use it is I kind of like, what do I want to change? Face, cool. What do I want to do to the face? I want to extrude it. What do I extrude? A single poly, cool. So it's kind of like you ask questions to go through. So say I want to get rid of this face. So I go to the face. What do I want to do? I want to delete it. What do you want to delete? Single poly, cool. You just delete the single face. Very easy. And usually just go through that logic for any time I'm using it for anything. So yeah, I'll just keep going through, and again, if anyone jumps in, let me know, and hit me up. It'd be really good if you do jump in, just write something there, because I don't know if these chats are working, I have no idea. They didn't make it very easy, these things, hey? So also when I'm doing straps, I like to use a single plane, just so that I can be using the Zmodeler as easy as I'm using it here. And then I can kind of, dictate. You could crease these edges. I do like to have control over it though, when I'm doing this. And the way that you get, so say you've got these hard edges here, the way that I like to do it when you're doing the control yourself is to have, I'll move it over here, extrude, polygroup all. I've got this on the mirror too, so it's on both sides. But if I was to extrude this, polygroup all, cool. So it's going to do the same thing as adding thickness, except it's permanently there. It's not like a non-destructive workflow with the dynamic, which is great. I do love doing that. But if you want this finish, these curve finish, I feel like it's a lot easier to have it through here. Echo. Thank you for your heads up. Let me see if I can fix it. Ooh, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I reckon that might have done it. How's that, boys? Girls? Sweet. So, yeah, I think... Perfect. Cool. Yeah, the OBS thing is so weird, like the way that it works. It's cool. It's just, working out the kinks and stuff, so... Thank you for letting me know that. So I was just going through... Sweet. I was just going through the Z modeling process for this, the way that I usually would do it. So yeah, I guess I'll just keep going. If you guys have any questions, just hit me up. I'll just cruise in the background. Yeah, I did, man. I did use Marvelous. I can, you know what? I think I might even have the file open so I can give you a bit of an extra demo here. Let me know if you guys can see this when it comes up. So Marvelous is a great program, but it's a love-hate, this thing, man. Basically, I just went through and I did each piece as I went through. So I would do one side, go through to the other. And then just, you know, can just have a look at the simulation. Biggest thing was pinning this shirt under here to the avatar and then tucking this over. As you can kind of see, it's a really tough reference to kind of get this, especially with the normals. Like the normals are really weird with the way it folds over. You can see the white and the. But anyway, yeah, that was the base that I started with, and I kind of just built the thing from scratch, which was a bit of a punish. But yeah, no, it was good. I think actually it came out all right considering. It was a really good place to start, and then I kind of just started going through and bringing in all these other details for here. Do you still do details in Marvelous? Yeah. So I do them in I do them in ZBrush as well. Actually, I did a lot, as you can see, like the difference between what Marvelous was and here. I feel like well, two things. One, I would either stay in ZBrush the whole time or just use Marvelous as a base, because I am not good enough in Marvelous to be able to make something that looks exactly like this. So I would usually just get it as a good base, which is kind of what I did, and I feel like it was sort of perfect to get across. Yeah, it's a real-time character, dude. It's going to be I'm going to do all hair cards and the whole shebang. So yeah, I'm just doing the high poly at the moment, being pretty wild. As you can see, the numbers are pretty high. I'm just trying to get all the details in. And then, yeah, I could probably stream all the like retopo and stuff as well when I figure out how to stream and work at the same time. Without thickness, man. I do them as a single plane. And then I would do the thickness inside ZBrush. So same sort of setup as this. So I can even show you so this thickness that this has is in ZBrush, and I've got a poly group on the inside, like this inside mesh. So when I'm going to go to real time with it, I'm just going to delete the inside mesh from around this collar. So I'm going to keep the collar thick, but the whole rest of the mesh is going to be just a single poly, if that makes sense. Yeah, some of this topology was pretty jank, but I had to, it was as good as I could get. So it's been good for sculpting, but I'm going to retopologize it all anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But yeah, let's get onto some of these straps, eh? Yeah, it's kind of like Retopo or UVs or any of these things where it's not exactly creative, but it's kind of fun. You kind of get lost in it a little bit. So yeah, I'm with you on that one, Lorenzo. You get a roll on it, starts looking good. I think the reason that those are so fun fun might be a weird way to put it, but it's a single process. So you're doing one or two things over and over and over again. So I feel like it's a little bit easier, if that makes sense. Like you have less to concentrate on. So another benefit of using, single plane here is just like, you can just get wild with this shit. This is just how I do it. Like literally brute force it, mask it, move a single plane. Do you rig your character when doing poses, or do you? With posing, posing. Posing, I just use Transpose Master. Some of the other characters I've done, I did do. I did do. I did rig it in Maya, which sucked. Because I didn't really do the topology properly. I wasn't really like paying attention to the right way to be doing it, basically. So yeah, I would prefer just to do it just in here with Transpose Master. And if you haven't used it before, let me know if you haven't used it. If you haven't used it, I can just show you quickly. I can just show, if you show me, let me know if you've used it or not. And if you haven't, then I'll just give you a quick demo of how I would do it on this character. Live streaming, huh? Jeez. Wondering if I should do it like that. See how cool this is? I mean, you can do it with low res. Just do anything you want. Yeah, man. Yeah, I am. I'm gonna have it like more organized. I'm gonna try to put it in a playlist. But yes, plan is to like it automatically saves it. I deleted the last. I was trialing this before and it wasn't working properly. So, but yes, I'll keep them. Even though this one probably would be pretty shitty and dodgy. Yeah, okay. Yeah, give me a sec. I'll do a quick I'll just keep this all low. So again, this is my like high poly, so it's not really like cleaned up or anything. But let's do a quick Transpose Master on this. So I'll just go up into Z plugin. Transpose master, T-pose mesh. And then what it does is it kind of just merges everything into one like flexible thing. So now I've got this, still pretty high. I mean, there's two other ways to do it as well. Like you can use proxy pose. I still like to use this because it works easier, in my opinion, with multiple subtools. And then mask brush, mask lasso. Let's try to, I suppose, do this with our arm, right? This is a tough example with this being as it is because I haven't got the right topology, and it's kind of, so I'd sort of mask that off. It's probably going to catch there. Yeah, we'll just do it rough. We'll just do it rough for now. And then just blur that a bit. Go to unmask mesh center. I also am not as like old school as some people. Like I don't really use the what do you call it? The gizmo line bullshit. I don't really know how to use that. I've tried and I've watched videos and I've done, and it's just not for me, man. So basically, it would be a version of this. I think the key that people sort of forget is the blurring of the mask. So this doesn't look great, but it doesn't look shit. Like it's, you know, I can, you know, sort of tweak this. It's workable, you know, and then you can go through afterwards. And yeah, like hitting this blur for me is kind of like one of the biggest things when posing it, because you've got she's really hooking that arm, eh? Yeah, so in this case, I probably would have left the straps out and just posed it and then moved those independently, just because they're such in the way and are such in the way piece. But hopefully, you know, this gives you an idea. Like, Raf, what's going on, brother? Yeah, so I'll just do it like that, man. And what it does is it actually spits it out as a separate tool too. Yeah, so I'll just pose it like that, man. Mask, blur, rotate. But yeah, just jump back to my original tool. I was thinking of you boys the other day, Rafi. I miss the crew. How you guys doing? For anyone that's in the chat, Raf and I used to work together at Binyan. I used to do architectural work. Raf's a weapon modeler himself. It's a append some of those clips, start making this look a bit more. Dude, I'm still doing architecture stuff. That's how the money keeps coming in, unfortunately. That's it, brother. Gotta eat. More into characters. Probably characters. I mean, I feel like the best ones that you see, you know, the props sort of, how do you say it? They complement it. If you've got a good prop with it, like, I mean, take this for example. I feel like the gun it gives a whole nother element to what it is. Like if she doesn't have the gun, she just looks like a, some sort of cyberpunk chick. You throw this like badass gun on it as well, and then it starts moving more into like the Division-esque. I don't know, like that's what I was thinking when I saw it. I was like, it kind of looks like a character from the Division, which is kind of cool. So yeah, I think they play an integral role in making characters for sure. But yeah, it's definitely not necessary. I just think I like doing both. Yeah, I definitely like doing both. Another good reason, I think this is probably a good tip, so this is a good question, is that when you're doing a character like this, where there's elements where you're just like, man, I'm so over, working on this or looking at it or whatever, it gives you an opportunity to work on something else. So, if you're bored or, maybe feel burnt out about working on a certain element, it's good to, I'm going to give my head a little bit of a break here and work on something else, which I have done a lot. And I feel like this gun might be next, like, doing all the fishnet and this stuff, like it just kind of takes you, and it's just a lot there. What will be your rendering engine once you're close to finishing it? This is all going in Unreal. So it's all going to be Unreal Engine, and it's going to be the point of it is to go full real time, like a full real time character. Make it look sick. Unreal Engine 5. Yeah, I'm pretty well versed in Unreal 5 as far as like the basics go, as getting a character in, making materials, stuff like that. So this was another reason I kind of wanted to live stream today, just start getting questions out there. Like I didn't really know where else to be going with the channel. Like I get a lot of messages of people saying that they enjoy it and stuff, but at the end of the day, I want to be making stuff that people like watching as well. So yeah, I'll keep doing this and try to keep streaming as I work and let people speak, and I'll just try to take that feedback on and do some cool stuff with it. Sorry, I've been a bit slow on this. This is not usually the speed that I would work at. It's a little bit harder when you've got questions and people talking, but yeah, no, it's good. Keep it coming. Keep it coming. What I'm going to do is, this is another good tip. Don't work in symmetry if you don't have to. But yeah, so even just that, like, I'll show that as an example. So if I want something gone, or if I've got something mirrored, or if I want to get rid of something quickly, I would Control Shift Alt, obviously, to get rid of it, to hide it, and then my Alt T toolbox here, I've just got delete hidden. So that's like muscle memory for me. Like, it's very like hide there, delete, hide there, delete, invert. Like, having this toolbox here with all like these basic things, if you guys don't have it, just jump over to my ArtStation. It's a free download. You could make it yourself. Like, I just feel like going through and putting the effort in, like, is kind of useless. If I've got the base, even if you wanted to change it, like, yeah, I'll just dock this. So if we've got my toolbar here, and it's got, and you know, also with this is if you wanted to open, see how they're closing each one every time I close? If you hold Shift, it opens all of them at once. Took me like a million years to figure that out. Yeah, so you could just go up to here and go Preferences, Config, Enable Customize, and then you can just drag, like, hold Control and Alt, and just drag them into your own toolbar, and then just keep resaving it however you want your toolbar to be. But yeah, I feel like I've got this thing pretty refined, and it's very helpful, especially hotkey to T. It's just there, ready to go. I'll close that. Yeah, so I usually just have these two open, Polymodel and Modify Topology. Really good. So it's gonna need some tweaking down there. I wish this was like a two-way thing where, like, I could ask you questions. Be like, what are you guys working on? And then you could show me. I suppose that's like Twitch, right? Yeah, this is a weird character, man. I kind of like it. It's funky. Bit different to look at. But yeah, this was a good test. Good test to be able to I might jump off here, gang. I know that wasn't much of anything. This was really more just a test, just to try to get this stuff working. But it's good to see some people. Hey, Mirko. I feel like everyone's jumping in now, just as I was about to jump off. Yeah, good luck, man. Good luck in your hunt at the moment, Mirko. I saw you're on the hunt for some new work, so yeah, anyone check out Mirko's channel there. He's in the chat. He's got some really great stuff. But yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Thanks for jumping in. I'll catch yous. Everyone's in there. See you, boys.